Good evening, all, and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. It's good to see you, Ma. You look good. Let's see, can I be heard? Good evening. Good evening, family. Good evening, friends. Good evening,
Good
all.
evening, doctor. We can hear you. Nice to be on this
Good evening,
program
Doc.
again tonight.
Good evening, Doctor. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome. Wow. Okay, so today's gonna be fun, and by the grace of God, we are continuing and concluding from where we stopped last week. So last Wednesday, we started talking about detoxification, and in the process of talking about detox, I believe, because you summarized it back to me, I believe I was able to explain why this detoxification thing is becoming very popular. I was also able to explain that even though God in creation has already placed all the organs and system to manage the waste that the body generates at that level, but because of how we are living today, I don't even want to go near the GMO foods. I don't want to go near. It's crazy. I was just sharing with a friend this evening that I went to buy something somewhere. And when I got to the place, can you believe that the doors were closed, the windows were closed, the AC was on? Guess what they were doing? They were painting. They were painting the house. They were renovating, painting white. And truth be told, I could not even smell the paint. So, and people were there. They're painting. Doors are closed, windows are closed, AC is on, they're painting, and you cannot smell the paint. In those days, when I grew up, if they painted any place, you need to drop onions and leave it to air out for like 3 to 5 days before human beings can enter. I want to let you know that it is the same paint. However, they have added even a more powerful chemical to remove the smell so that you can close your door, close your window, turn on your AC, and you're still painting. The point is that the simple mechanisms such as the liver, the kidney, the skin, the lungs, and all the things we learned last week that God has put in place to help us rid of toxins. You cannot handle that one now. It's too much. So we did a good job last week, and I know that because for the first time you were able to summarize the entire lecture, and so we now left off and said, okay, now that we understand why and the need, and that actually in this age nobody can survive. Of course, someone can survive, but there's a little bit of exaggeration there without detox. So we now say that today we will come and talk about um, how do we do this detox? So that is where we ended up last week. So that's a way of introduction. And so I'm going to, hello, Ma. Let me turn on the lecture so that we can continue. All righty. All right. I'll mute all, first of all. No, I will not mute first. Let me share my screen. All right, just 1 second. I'm gonna share the screen. But before then, let me mute all. I know that everybody did such a good job there and muted themselves. Thank you so much for that. We are growing. We are growing, and thank you for that. All right. Okie dokie. Okay, welcome, sir. I see you there. Alrighty. Okay, so, oh boy. All right. So once again, welcome to Wellness Lecture Part 2. And I've just finished the opening remark, which was to, bring us to where we stopped last week and why today's zone is titled Detox Part 2. And I'll jump into the lecture right away. Um, the first question for those of you just joining us, because I realized that um, every week new people join us, and you're welcome to our platform. This is the community of um, a healthy living community, and in this community, we believe that we have a contribution to healthcare. And our own contribution is that what can we do at home or personally to ensure that we stay well? And as I say every single lecture, there will ever be a need for hospitals, doctors, naturopaths, and all of that. But the question is, what are we doing on our own to contribute to our own well-being? So this is what this lecture is all about. Secondly, there are so many information out there, conflicting information on what you should do and what you should not do. But on this platform, you're getting information based on clinical experience, at least in the Nigerian side, more than 10 years of clinical experience. We are mostly sharing from patient data. Excuse me, hang on. We are mostly sharing from patient experience data. So it's not some internet information that maybe AI or something is talking to you. This is real. So whatever we share on this platform, we have seen it, we have done it, we have seen consistent results, and then we are comfortable sharing those results. So that is why we say our own is more of science-based, evidence-based, and medically guided. So this is medically guided when the wellness is science-based and evidence-based. So it's not some things that we read online. In fact, like in detoxification, there's so many ways to detox. But the examples that are used here are the ones that we have done in our clinic, and we know it works, and whatever I say about it is how you're going to see it in your body. So welcome to the platform, welcome to a community of we that believe in longevity. And as I always say, when we say longevity, we are not talking about the fact that we will live forever. Our own definition of longevity is that while we live on earth, to be able to do all that God put us on earth to do, we should have the health to do it. I met a lady today, and she doesn't know my background, and I was very happy because where wherever I go, someone will just recognize me in recent times, and honestly, I'm struggling to manage that. But God will help me. So the lady doesn't know me. I was happy. And she said, you know, I'm so happy that you're asking for salad because you need to take care of yourself. I said, hey, so you have to take care of yourself? She said, yeah, you have to take care of yourself. She said, even if you die, the only thing you take with you is your body. She said, you will not take your phone, you will not take your car, you will not take this, you will not take this. The only thing you will take is your body. I say, I've not heard that version before. She said, yeah, so that's the only thing you have. So you have to invest in yourself. You have to invest in your body. Then she said one that got me. She said, all these people that say they want to serve God, they want to serve God, that are you going to serve God from your sickness bed? You serve God when you're healthy. I said, She said, yeah, you can't serve God if you're not well. The whole idea, it was very nice to hear it from a lay person and somebody that I don't know and someone who doesn't recognize me. I was very happy. So I said I will share that on the platform today. So once again, welcome to this platform. My name is Dr. Susanna. My background, as you all know already, I love preventive medicine. I have a master's in preventive and promotional medicine, and I love health. So that's the background that I wish to share today, amongst others. Okay, so let's get to it. All right, so the objective of today's lecture or today's seminar or program or anything you want to call it, is this: to educate participants on safe detoxification practices. So since we found out that detox is important, people start doing all manners of things in the name of detox. So we want to talk about doing it in a safe way. The second one is to share practical tips on enhancing the body's natural detox system. So the body, like I said before, the body should be able to handle detoxification naturally. However, because we are bombarded, we now set up our body and give the body the manure to age very rapidly, grow all kinds of things, tumors, etc. So we don't want that anymore. Okay? And then also to explore, this is the biggest one, the latest medical breakthrough in detoxification. Okay, so I have an announcement to make. I have searched. As long as Nigeria and West Africa is concerned, I don't think anybody is doing detox program more than Dr. Physique Wellness Center. I'm so sorry, I would love to be challenged. Why did I say that? Um, we see like maybe 60 clients a day, 40 the day we did not open, and all of them are doing detox. So I feel like if you add up that number every single day, for 360 days in a year and almost 10 years running, then it means we've done a lot of detox medically guided. And to God be the glory, we've never had any negative outcome. To God be the glory. So when I say negative outcome, I mean people go to take injection and they die, or crazy things happen, but God has really stood by us. So why did I make that announcement? Is to tell you that from a hospital or medical perspective, or a medical position, I believe, in fact, I know, because we've confirmed this from our regulatory body, and also the West African College of Physicians. They want to partner with us. No, we have the most standard wellness facility for medically guided detoxification. Now, why am I saying that? I'm saying that so that anything I teach you today or I share with you today, I think you can try. And then, but if you're managing a medical condition and you feel that you need medical guidance, then you can reach out to us. But just know that the information I'm sharing today, it's from lots of data and stuff too. We've also, because since we are big on detox, we've also tried to bring in many versions of detox to see which will work better than the other. But in the long run, even the simplest one work. So just have that at the back of your mind. And then the third is that the best form of detox is continuous and consistent detox. And that is the one you do every single day from your home. So I just want you to have, I'm going to explain more, but I just wanted you to have that at the back of your mind. So let's hit it. Okay. So introduction, detoxification has become popular. It's a popular trend now, and many people many people approach it in ways that can even harm them rather than heal, okay? Such as number one, extreme fasting, okay? Unregulated herbal cleansing. So when you just see something in the pharmacy and they write the detox, oh my God, the question is what is in there? So unregulated herbal cleanses, overuse of laxative. I'll give a short story on that one. I have a friend, her daughter, she's always wanted to be slim and be too healthy and everything. So she found something that is written detox that makes you go to the toilet all the time. So yeah, she got back her shape and she was not getting fat and everything because she was doing modeling. But guess what? 3 weeks ago, she has undergone a surgery to correct her rectum from a very bad, loose like a pile. But the whole, you keep going to toilet that much, you call it detox, it's too much. So she just did a surgery to correct that. And it's because for almost 3 years, there's no day, according to her, that she did not drink a detox drink. And even if she eats, she'll drink a detox drink so that she can detox even the food out of your system. You know us now, we overdo things, especially in Nigeria. So that is that. Another one is stress and even toxins, not toxic. So this session will help participants understand safe, science-backed detox practices and how to harness the body's natural detox system for a lasting wellness. Okay, so that's what we're trying to do today. And as I just said earlier, everybody on this platform, our own wahala is one thing. What can we do safely to enhance our health and contribute to our own well-being, and then reserve the hospitals for true emergencies or if something really calls it. So that is why we are all here. So understanding detoxification, we talked about it last week, but just for those of you who did not attend the lecture, we've already said that the body has a very powerful organs to handle detox. We showed the diagrams, remember? The liver, okay, the kidney, and we also talked about that they work together. So for example, the byproduct of just your natural metabolism can bring out ammonia, which will be handled by both by liver and then the kidney and then eliminated through urine. We talked about it last week. We talked about the lungs as a detox because when you inhale, there's a filter that is a form of detox, okay? And then you exhale CO2, which if you have too much of it in your body, like the asthmatics, it becomes very deadly. So the body is always detoxing. The skin, we said when you sweat, you can pull out toxins. And we also said that don't put too much chemical on your skin because you're absorbing, because the skin can absorb so well that if you put a patch, like if you have cancer pain, there's a patch, just a simple patch. You place it on your skin like this, it will off your pain on your body. So if a patch, you place it on your skin, it can get absorbed enough to off all the pain from your body. Or if you're smoking and you're addicted to nicotine, there's a nicotine patch. You place it on your body, and your body will show that you're smoking. So you will not go and touch a cigarette with your hand when you're in the office. So you can see that this organ called the skin is something else. But one day maybe we do a lecture on skin. Then, of course, we have the lymphatic system and the gut. We've done a lecture on the gut, and the gut shows that, your health, the picture of your gut is a picture of your health. Healthy gut, healthy body. So if you're always having bloating, constipation, and this and that, honestly, you're not enjoying the best of health, because out of 10 things that God has put in your body to regulate your immune system and keep you healthy, 70% of your immune system is controlled in the gut. So you can see how, they say we are fearfully and wonderfully made. This is really true. Now, under understanding detox, so that's what we spoke about last week. So detoxification means supporting these organs to function optimally, not replacing them. So we are not trying to replace these organs, we're just supporting this. So when we say medically guided wellness, doing detox in a safe way, what we preach is not a replacement, but a support. Unsafe detox methods such as starvation diet, excess juicing, unregulated supplements can actually cause nutrient deficiency, dehydrations, and metabolic imbalance. Okay, so why detox? So important. I'm rushing through this because I'm getting to the main part of it. We said detox will help you improve digestion and metabolism, your skin, boost immune system. It will help you live long and healthy life. So here's the cocoa. We are here. You see this? This is lemon water with mint leaf. Mint leaf. Expo. It's a very powerful detox. It has a lot of antioxidants. It just helps the body. The skin of the lemon contains medicine, all of which can enhance a natural detox. You can drink it warm, you can drink it cold. So there is something for you to look out for. Okay, so this is pretty safe. I have something like this almost every single day. Okay, so let's talk about it. So, and now that we know that we need to detox and why we need to detox, we need to talk about how do we safely detox. First, we pick hydration as a form of detox. Someone will say, Dr. Susan, I've come again with her water lecture. It's okay. Even if you go to hospital now, the first thing they put in your body is drip, and you get well even before you see the doctor. So water is important. And we described in a very vivid way or terms last week on metabolism and how what makes you breathe, what makes you live, what makes you kick, who you are. It's all about metabolism. So if that metabolic activity is not happening at the cellular level, that chemical reaction using things like oxygen, water, hydrogen bond, and all of that, if it is not happening and your mitochondria, which is the engine room inside the cell, is not working, you cannot be alive. And we also said that that process of you living, that metabolic process, generates waste. And that is the waste that God had already placed all these things to help you get rid of. Then we now say that apart from that, so I mentioned last week that there's no millisecond in your life that you're not generating waste in your body at the cellular level. We talked, you understand, there's no second that you're not generating waste. So one of the fastest way to clean out this waste so that it doesn't accumulate enough to form inflammation, vasoconstriction, start all kinds of diseases. See, this malaria that you say that you have all the time, malaria, it's not even the mosquito bite. It's because the mosquito is meeting a dirty body. It's meeting an already stressed up, inflamed body. So it goes faster. And then, of course, some of us have extra of the malaria stuff hidden in our liver and maybe some parts of the body. So you can see why proper hydration will help keep things flushed. So that is that. So water and herbal teas help flush toxins through the unit. So what kind of herbal tea? Number one, we talked about last week I gave you milk thistle tea. Milk thistle tea. as a very good detox tea. Okay. Green tea is also a very good detox tea. But if you ask me, what is better than green tea and all the other teas is just plain water, preferably alkaline water. Because they say acidic body is a reason why we are so sick. So if you're drinking alkaline, because we live in an acidic environment. So if you're drinking more of alkaline water, you must not buy expensive alkaline water. You can buy the clay pot. They have this clay pot. If you do your filtered water and put inside that clay pot, it becomes alkaline. That's one way to make alkaline water. Then there's a filtration system that makes the water alkaline from beginning. We sell alkaline water in Dr. Physique. On the supermarket, remember this lecture is not more on the commercial lecture, it's more of Dr. Physique, it's more like what can you do from home. So from the supermarket, the water that I have personally tested, when I tested it, because things are changing every day, that is a little bit that is a more alkaline. It's like water like Lasana water is still alkaline. um Sorry, I'm not talking nonsense, but Eva water is not alkaline. I tested that one. I'm not saying it's not clean or it's not good for consumption, but if you're looking for medicinal water, it didn't go. Seaway gave me the worst result. I'm so sorry. Aquafina is neutral, okay. Swan water actually came a little bit higher, right behind Lasana on the scale. Nestle water, the green Nestle, it's a little more healthy than I'm talking when you say medicinal water, it's like that. So this is based on experience, but I'll tell you the best water. The best water is the water you drink. So whether it's pure water, any water, first is quantity. I know that quality is very important, but I'm very big on quantity. So not because you did not have time, money, or energy to get any of those fancy water, please cut your pure water and drink it. Cut the hydration. After all, in war front, it got bad enough that people will urinate and drink the water just to stay alive. So we can't get too fancy when it gets to water, but if that option exists, by all means, cut your pure water. If you do like 5, 6 sachets in a day, you have tried your best. So just try, okay? So that is that. Now, before I move to the second one, I want to share a story with you. If you've heard this story before, forgive me, but I just have to share. There's this concept in detoxification called autophagy. I pronounce it the Nigerian way. Autophagy. How do you spell autophagy? AUTOPHAGY, autophagy. Okay? All right. I want to mute. That's why I came here. Okay. Okay, so autophagy. So what is autophagy? Okay. So this autophagy, it's actually, I think a Japanese or so won a Nobel Prize, Peace Prize award for doing this research. So he actually started with lab rats. So he found out that when the lab rats, they did not give them food, that the lab rats that were, the older lab rats that were not eating as much lived a little longer than the ones that, so they fed this lab rat maybe once a day and fed this one 3 times a day. And 100% of the ones that were fed 3 times a day actually died 50% of the time. That is, so if all the rats live for 9 months, the ones that were fed heavily 3 times a day, they just died. Let's say if it was like in 6 months, they died in 3 months or so, while the rest, these are not exact number, but the gap was significant. So he now went to another level and he started experimenting and actually starving the rats to see what is happening inside the body when they are not eating. What is happening inside the body when they are not eating. So he now recorded that the first thing is that the body will look for sugar stores. It will not see sugar because where the sugar? It will not see sugar. Then it will go to glycogen stores. It will not see glycogen. Remember we said that, how the sugar is stored and then so that it can be used. It goes to the muscle. It did not see anything. Something magical now happens in the body. For some strange reason, instead of when it does not see any form of sugar or food or nutrient of any kind, it now starts conserving energy, but quietly it will start repairing cells so that, for example, if there were some cells that were weak, those cells will die off and then the other cells will be strengthened. It was like really, I read the study. It's really weird what the body does in trying to stay alive. So that small pocket of period of trying to stay alive, he described it as, let's see, a baby is growing up and the hair is not filled up. And then in my village, anyway, they say you should scrape off everything. Everything will come out full. All those small, weak cells that were just blocking space, they just get cleaned out. And brand new fresh cells are able to come out. And then this happened better when water was introduced. So he now called the process autophagy. So this autophagy now wipes out dead cells, cancer cells, any cell that will not allow the body to survive. It will clean it out like this, like magic. Now, the body already has a similar process. Do you understand that the body already has a similar process like that God already put to be eliminating things and helping us stay alive. However, this form of starvation, okay, especially if you're drinking water, actually just enhances that process. So he did a lot of experiments, and now it's something, if you just go online and say autophagy, you will now see how people are using autophagy to renew their cells, look younger, clean out their skin, get rid of cancer cells, etc. Why did I bring up that story? Is because there's a priest that came to our facility, and the priest was just, he's not too sick to be admitted. He's not feeling fine. He was just not okay. So this priest came to our facility, and I now told him that, sir, let us try water fasting. And usually when I put them on such extreme fasting, I do the fasting with them. So we put the priest on water fasting. But before then, the priest had already written his suicide note. He was tired of life. In fact, he told me with his mouth, he said, Dr. Susan, I have done enough. He started listing all the big things that he has done, his achievement, that he's tired of just taking drugs and being. Let me just end the story in a very short way. He did the 3 days water fasting. And after the second day, they said that he called me. He said, I don't want to stop the water fasting. I said, why? He said he doesn't understand how he feels. He feels like flying. He feels light. he feels renewed, he feels refreshed. He feels so this thing went and repaired even his brain, it repaired his emotion, it repaired his sleep. He wasn't sleeping well, it repaired everything. That's an extreme example because one of the problems that we have in medicine is overgeneralization. That, believing that because it happened identically for one person, it will happen identically for everybody. And that's why people say, oh, there's no clinical study and everything. The truth of the matter is that after that priest, I have tried this autophagy and water fasting as a safe method of detox on so many clients and patients that the results have been consistent. They have been consistent. Sometimes I tell them, if you're on BP medicine, you don't need food. You're like, oh, I'm taking drugs, so I have to eat. No, you don't have to eat if you're on BP drug. You say, oh, I have ulcer. If you drink enough water, your ulcer will wait for you. So all the excuses are out there. So what am I saying? Autophagy, you can go online and read it up some more. It's actually a good and safe way to detox. um, you know, you can drink water from morning to night, 8 bottles of water for the day, but you should try to go 24 hours. The first time I tried it, I thought I'll die because I've never gone 24 hours without food. But when I woke up the next day, I realized I was very normal and even stronger. So don't be afraid. You can try it. But if you have a medical condition that does not permit you to try things, definitely see your doctor or you can talk to us and we can guide you. But if you're perfectly healthy for the most part and you feel you can try that program, but you have to go 24 hours. But if you cannot do 24 hours, the only thing that will not allow all your effort to go to garbage is if you use only cucumber or green leafy vegetable to break it. So you cannot do watermelon, pineapple, swallow, pepper soup. You've just canceled the whole thing, like canceled it. So that is one safe way to do detoxification. All right, the second way is balanced diet, high fiber food. High fiber food will actually support detox, especially gut detox. It will help your microbiomes. I know we've talked about it, your probiotics growth. It will just enhance your immune health. So that is balanced diet with emphasis on high fiber food. Protein. We've done a lecture on protein. So we've done 2 lectures on protein last month. So you can just fill in the gap for me. And for those of you who are just joining for the first time, protein is grossly underused in Nigeria. We have said that due to the economy, if you can manage and do even if it's half of your requirement, because your requirement for protein is what? 1 kg per body weight, 1 to 2 kg per body weight. So if you're 70 kg person, you can take up to 140 grams of protein per day so that you can keep glowing and looking good. But if you cannot do the 140 kg per day, you can do even if it's 50. But the truth is that majority of Nigerians don't take even up to 50 grams of protein, which is why almost everybody is running to the issue of obesity, diabetes, cancer, and all kinds of diseases. Sleep. So did you know that when you're sleeping, you're actually cleansing? That hormone, this thing that gets secreted into your body, melatonin, is actually a cleanser. So it helps to cleanse the body, the cells, in fact, even the mind, the brain, and all of that. So sleeping and proper rest is actually a cleanser, okay? Why am I stressing on this one? I'm going to talk about the other exciting part, but it's because this lecture first is on your own personal contribution to your healthcare and the one that we know works. So that's why I'm stressing on this one. I'll get to the other part, just bear with me. exercise. So, I keep saying we've done lecture because we've done lots of lectures. So on the exercise part, when you're sweating, it's a form of detox. But if you don't want to do too much exercise, you can enter a sauna. So a sauna will actually help you literally milk out sweat from your body. Okay, steam will add steam to your body, but you still sweat. Okay, but sauna, if you enter like the one we have in Dr. Physique, is like a far infrared light sauna. They have it in spas, they have it in hotels. Okay, so the skin is also a method. Skin and sweating is a way. So whenever you go for your exercise, you're doing so many things. Number one, you're secreting happiness hormones. What are the happiness hormones? Endorphin, serotonin. Serotonin is an antidepressant. You're secreting endorphin, serotonin, all kinds of good stress relieving hormones and painkillers and all kinds of things. Number two, you're doing a massive detox because the largest organ in your body is what? Well, I've heard otherwise, but it's actually your skin is your largest organ. So that is that. So this slide summarizes the things you can start doing at home safely. The hydration, using 8 bottles of water minimum, preferably alkaline water, going for 24 hours to do autophagy type of detox, doing high fiber. Like for me, I'll just go to market and buy like psyllium husk and blend it, add it to something and drink it, but you can get a lot of high fiber from unripe or semi-ripe plantain. You can get, but if you're conscious of fiber, maybe we'll do a separate lecture on fiber so that just at a glance, now at a glance, you will know your proteins with, like one egg is 6 grams of protein. So for you to get 60 grams of protein from egg is how many? 60 eggs. And then we also said if you're too old, like above 60 and 70, you have to start slowly and watch your body, etc. So fiber is very, very important. Rest, etc. Now let's go to the practical tips. Daily habit is better. So start your day with a warm lemon water, the one I showed you earlier. It will help. Broccoli. I found out that in Dr. Physique clinic, it's only patients that they have diagnosed them with cancer or some kind of disease. They will come, they'll smell like garlic, and they'll say, I ate broccoli. No, start smelling like garlic today. Start eating the broccoli today. You don't have to wait for a diagnosis. Eat broccoli today, even if it's once a week. In farmers market in Abuja, they will sell a broccoli for you for even 1,000, 2,000 naira, even if it's once a week. Don't wait for diagnosis to start eating broccoli. So broccoli, cabbage, and kale, oh my God, it's amazing. A week should not pass because it will actually enhance liver detoxification, okay? Another one is like in the morning, if you don't have too much ulcer, you can add things like turmeric, green tea, like antioxidants, like that will also help to fight oxidative stress. Another thing is a method of daily habit of eat alcohol. Let me tell you that any day you drank alcohol, even if it's for your heart or for your eyes, you did not enjoy any form of detoxification that day. So yes, a little bit of red wine here and there is good for the heart, but there are people that drink it every single day, and you don't give your liver a break from alcohol and all of this. So I have a lot of people that they must drink at least 1 bottle of beer every single day. Well, one thing I want to say is this. There was a general that came to our facility He's a very famous general, so I will spare you the name. And he's, I believe, 86 years old. We did the lab result twice. The first one, he paid for it. The second one, I just wanted to challenge. Nothing is wrong with this man from beginning to the end. Nothing. So we now ask him, he takes, I'm sorry to read my own lecture with my own mouth. He takes a bottle of beer every weekend, no matter what. But here is every weekend. He did not do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Now, why would I tell him to stop drinking beer when he does it every weekend and his lab? So, we've been teaching on this platform. Wellness is do and listen. 2 weeks ago, we talked about the fact that when my sister, there's another client on this platform that supported me. When other people eat cherries, they glow, their skin. Oh my God. But when I eat, and then the client that supported me, when we eat cherries, something happens. In fact, we might even end up in the hospital. So what does that mean? When you're doing this wellness and these habits and these recommendations by Dr. Susan, there are two things you should never ever forget. Number one, listen to your body. Your body will tell you that this is working. And if it is not working, leave it and move on. Then number two, if you think you need medical guidance, especially if you're on medication or whatever, reach out. But the most important thing is do and listen to your body. I'm prescribing 6 bottles of water before 6 p.m. daily. If your body is taking 4, then do 4. If your body says 6 is not even enough for me, like me now, I can do 8. I can even do 11 because I'm now a water person and I don't know what is happening to me. I'm just drinking away. I thank God that my labs are still perfect. So that being said, when you're doing this, even the detox, you listen to your body. Is it working for you? Continue. It's not working for you? Next. That is the name of the game. 2, mindfulness. Practice deep breathing exercise. Okay, deep breathing. So, can we do a small deep breathing right now? Okay, so close your eyes. Okay, take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Okay, we'll do that one more time. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Okay. If you sincerely did that with me, that's a form of detox. Not only did you strengthen your lungs, because we are always using like only 10 to 20% capacity of our lung. There's like 100% capacity, but we are doing shallow breath. At least I learned that from Ayurveda medicine. So we are doing shallow breath, and that is why if you sit down and take your time and pump in the oxygen from your nose down to your belly button, and then I'm just using external terms so you can relate to it. Just take a deep breath in, hold in the breath. Even just the awareness that you're breathing this oxygen for free will make you thank God. Can you imagine that your life to breathe oxygen for free? The blessing, I call it, I learned it from a friend, the blessing of an ordinary day. Sometimes there's so much stress and things happening and bugging us that we forget the consistent blessing of an ordinary day. The fact that you can even just breathe. It's a form of detox. So practice deep breathing to detox not just the lungs, but the mind, even the brain. Okay? Use um dry brushing, or let's just say sauna. I said sauna. It's another way. So whenever you have opportunity to use a sauna, you should use a sauna minimum once a week. But a month should not go by, except you cannot. Or just go outside and run and sweat. After all, we live in a sauna. Manage stress. Chronic stress increases toxins overload. Whenever you're stressed, you have high levels of cortisol, your body's inflamed. Let me tell you something, the oxidative stress is so high, your body is bombarded. So, anyhow, we are going to find a way to manage stress. One way I manage stress is I have a lot of good people in my life that God has blessed me with. I'll just make a phone call. The phone call will be, how are you doing? I don't even need to talk about what is disturbing me. How are you doing? Do you know that if you ask that question genuinely, that genuine giving, it relieves your own stress. And if you're depending on the person you call, the person might just put you in a very good mood and you can at least reduce your blood pressure, get rid of the vasoconstrictions and all the nonsense that happen when you're stressed. There's a lot of stress. So we need to learn how to manage it. But the first way to learn how to manage it is the awareness that we cannot live without stress. So when I did the lecture on stress, I said, whether you're stressed or not, do stress management programs. Have it in your body, like this deep breathing exercise, go for a massage once a week. Amazing. And when you're going for the massage, please ask for deep tissue massage. It's amazing. It will help a lot. And then when they are doing the massage, like in the Dr. Physique, we do what they call lymphatic drain massage. Some spas, they know how to do it. You can ask them for a lymphatic drain massage or cupping therapy. So these are all forms of detoxification and they are very safe. Okay, so to conclude, I left it to the end because, as I said, the objective of this platform is what can you do at home safely. However, I feel that I will, for those of you that want to know that something else exists, like I said, you can barb your hair at home, but guess what? If you go to a barber and pay that 10,000 naira or 20 in my tama and sit on those chairs, the way your hair will come out, I don't know what they do, but they will pamper your head. It's a different one. Two, we brush our teeth every single day, but go to the dentist. They will use something to look into this your teeth, and you wonder, I've been brushing every day, twice. Where did this thing come from? That now takes us to what they call medical detoxification. So, what is medical detoxification? Medical detoxification is the one that is done by medical doctors and nurses in a hospital facility, medically guided. It's still a detox. So, number one, chelation. What is chelation therapy? Chelation is that we live with a lot of heavy metals like, you know what heavy metals are. So these heavy metals, some people, you're just tired. You keep going to hospital from beginning to the end. You will not know what is wrong with you. It may just be heavy metal toxins. So the only way to remove heavy metal from your body, water alone cannot flush it out. You can use something called chelation. So chelation therapy, there was a time in the United States that there was a lot of lawsuits because I think people were getting sick. There was something about lead poisoning. You can Google it and find out. It's in the history books there. So this is when this chelation therapy thing come out. So it's a drip. You put it like with water, but it will go into your body to bind all the toxins and you urinate it out. You urinate it out from your urine. It's a natural type of approach. So you put it as water. There's a way the chemical structure or the water structure or the molecular structure of that chelation thing is. If it sees any toxins, it binds it from your body and you just urinate it out. So that one is done. Sebi, I said drip. So it's done in the hospital. Definitely we do that in Dr. Physique also. Another one is IV therapy to support liver detox. So I gave you milk thistle as a tea. There are many drips that you can go, like they call it detox drip. And if you take it, it will detox you at the cellular. Why people will say, oh, if oral is working, why am I going for drip? It's because the drip is 100% straight to your bloodstream. The one you do by mouth, depending on the health of and strength of your GI tract, that is between your mouth and your anus, you may not get all the toxins out. So people are like, okay, let me step it up. The third one is called, these are the medical ones, it's called colonic hydrotherapy. I've talked about colonic hydrotherapy so many times, whereby we take like a small straw, we put it through your rectum, and then we flush it with water. And sometimes we rinse your colon with not just water, with some herbs. Sometimes it can just be green tea, it could be a neem tea, it could be anything like that. So that is the colonic hydrotherapy. Okay. And then the other one is called digital detox. Well, digital detox is not overly medical, but there are so many people that come to the Dr. Physique clinic and we will tell them, please reduce your screen time. At least I have only, Shasha, I can boast of only one client that actually left his phone in the clinic, went away and came back. We said 24 hours. The person did not come back until 48 hours and nobody died. So, but he was going mental, like he was going crazy. So digital detox is that now today, I actually have one of our clients who is traveling to the US end of September, coming back end of September, end of October. He is leaving his phones in Nigeria. Well, he wants to go to America to write a book, but you know what? He's also taking it as a digital detox because this digital world, they have so programmed it that you keep swiping, 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 and it's killing us. It's killing our eyes, mental state, physical state, etc. So we put digital detox under clinical because we are now starting to prescribe digital detox to clients because they cannot do it on their own. Okay, so I've already talked about chelation, which is the IV, which removes heavy metals from the body. And the way something like mercury, water cannot remove it. Some things like iron, etc., arsenic, lead poison. You just never know what is in the body, especially in our own country. So all this can only be removed by chelation, okay? And it's administered IV. It says orally, depending on the agent. Well, not all of them are available by oral, so, but it's a medical detox. So that you know. You don't have to even do it in Nigeria. Even if you go abroad, you can ask for all these things. Improves the body lymph circulation. Okay, hang on one second. So chelation does a lot. It will help reduce viral load. It helps with uric acid. It's amazing. It will improve your skin, increase your energy, etc. Then we have oxyvite saline. So there's this oxygen therapy. We add it inside normal saline, the drip. So the drip, instead of just being a normal drip with water and saline, like the normal drip that you take, but we now add extra oxygen molecule inside the drip and give it to the body. It accelerates wound healing, damaged membrane, relieves headache, migraine headaches, improves skin. It will help liver function, kidney function. You will sleep better. What else does it do? Relieve muscle and joint swelling and pain, and then assists to burn off fats and glucose, and it actually increases energy at the cellular level. colonic hydrotherapy. What are the benefits of colonic hydrotherapy? Prevents colon cancer. I don't know one person that survived colon cancer yet. Everybody I know have been diagnosed with colon cancer. They don't used to make it. Really, it kills men so much, and that's why when we did one of our classes, I remember that some of our people on this platform flew into Abuja to do colonoscopy. Colonoscopy means a study of the colon to make sure that nothing is hiding, because it will hide there for about 10 years. And then after the 10th year line, it comes only to kill. So that is why colonoscopy is recommended for men above 50, to make sure you have a baseline study of your colon, that nothing is hiding there, that will show up when you least expect. Okay, so colonics hydrotherapy is not colonoscopy, but I just brought that in. So this colon cleansing actually will increase energy level, improve sleep, improves nutrient absorption, reduce excess sugar, helps with weight loss, etc. So this is what colonic hydrotherapy looks like, and this is the exact machine that we have in Dr. Physic, or actually the newer model of it, because the one we have in Dr. Physic, everything that comes out of your body, you'll be seeing it on a screen, and you'll be waving all the toxins goodbye. This is another one of our machines also. This is actually Dr. Physic Clinic. This is a sophisticated equipment, but we even have newer ones also. Okay, so the digital detox, this is it. We've talked about it. A period of time during which a person refrains from electronic device, such as smartphones, for an opportunity to reduce stress or focus on social interaction in physical world. So one of the biggest predictors of longevity is physical world engagement, community engagement, and living with people, like people contact. Okay, it's actually been proven to be the number one predictor of longevity. Community. So, like what we are doing now is a community, but it would have been better if we are meeting face to face. And that's why very soon we are planning, in the very near future, maybe annually, we will have like maybe a wellness party. I don't know what to call it, but we should meet, because I want to see all of you in one place since I can't come to your houses. Okay, so we are done. Well, we have never concluded our lecture without reminding everybody that wellness is holistic. And when we say holistic, you need to combine rest as medicine, pay attention to your energy level, oxygen as medicine, water as medicine, your nutrition, exercise as medicine. So while we are here, the last thing there is detox. So we have the acronym REOWNed. REOWN. Re, R, rest, E, energy. Own, OWN. Oxygen, water, nutrition. So if you pay attention to the utilization and intake, our management of how you're resting, your water intake, your nutrition, your exercise, honestly, it's gonna be impossible for you to always be sick. So in conclusion, detox is not about punishing your body with extreme diets or harsh cleansing, as you have seen. It's about creating a lifestyle with, like the daily habits that I talked about, a lifestyle that supports your body's natural detox process every single day. One of it is hydration. Second, high fiber. Third, which is a balanced nutrient. We talked about sleep. We talk about exercise. These are like the daily habits for detoxification. Proper hydration, balanced diet, quality sleep, regular exercise, stress management, mindful living are the true foundation of cleansing. This will help. So by practicing these safe and sustainable methods, you not only cleanse your body, but also restore energy, improve your skin. It's very important to look good. Okay, someone will ask you, what are you doing? Strengthen immunity, that's your immune system, and then promote long-term wellness. Detox is a lifestyle, not a one-time event. So that is the biggest misconception out there. Oh, people that are not part of our community, they feel like, oh, I'll wait, maybe after December, I will do detox. What is that? Yeah, I'll finish Christmas, then I'll do. Detox is every day, every single day. Okay. Start small, stay consistent, and let your body's wisdom heal you. So that's the end of the lecture, and it's a simple lecture as usual. Our own is just to add to the bowl of knowledge that we already have. For us to even be here, we are all healthy and we are doing well. But this lecture helps us to add to the little one that we already know, maybe do it better. And as I said, listen to your body. Your body will tell you what it needs. The objective is to self-heal because we have this innate ability to heal ourselves. And some of the things that we are discussing on this platform will help us achieve that. So thank you so much. I'll take your questions and we can finish up. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'd like to ask regarding this fasting that we do, this Wednesday fasting.
Yes, sir.
You always advise that it's a cucumber that we use to break in the evening when we want to break.
Yes,
So,
sir.
can we also, is it only cucumber? What about, can we also maybe eat fruit, maybe like a pawpaw or coconut or tiger nut or all those? Can we add it to it? Or is it just cucumber or a combination of cucumber and other fruits?
Okay. So thank you so much, Izano. It's a very powerful question. I want to let you know that if you break with anything fruit, vegetable, you're still going to get a lot of benefit, maybe 60 to 70% benefit.
Okay.
The real objective of this Wednesday something is to activate that autophagy stuff that I was, they call it autophagy in Nigeria, but other people say autophagy. So to activate this autophagy thingy, so we found out that the longer you wait with your body does not detect anything sugar. So what happens is if you eat pawpaw, tiger nut, tiger nut is almost all carbohydrate, even though it's very, very healthy. It's all carbohydrate. The sugar level, the sugar, which is good sugar from this fruits and vegetable, will not allow the lingering effect of that autophagy to be complete. I don't know if you understand. So that is why we said cucumber. But it's not wrong if you just decide to break with any fruit and vegetable. Just know that you helped your system, but I can help it better. Number one, if I can go till the next day. Number two, if I can go with cucumber or something green. Number three, if I bring in fruit and vegetable. So that's how I will classify it. Then if you want to scatter everything, you go for swallow immediately after the fasting. then I'm not part of that conversation, sir. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, sir.
Doctor, excuse me.
Sir?
I want to get some clarification on some issues.
Okay, sir.
Sometime before I came to Dr. Zik, I was trying to manage my weight. I was weighing about 105 kg or so.
Okay.
And then I was in a member of a training team in Russia at that time. So I went for
Yes.
medical checkup, and then after the medical this thing, the lead doctor that I spoke to told me that I don't have any problem, but I need to bring down my weight. That
Yes,
time,
sir.
I told her that I am doing. I had a church program that was 70 days fasting that we break by 4 o'clock, 4 to 6, fasting
70
period.
days,
Yeah, fasting, but the break every by 6 by 5 we
6
break.
p.m. Okay.
Quite break, So I told him I was doing the fasting, and it looks like instead of the fasting is getting weight instead of going down. You understand what I'm saying?
Very well, sir.
Then he now told me that yes, no, he told me that actually that fasting also is part of the weight. I said how? He said that the body is attuned to eat at a certain time.
Yes.
And when there's no food at that time, the
Yes.
body manufactures food from the body system
Yes.
and feed itself.
Yes.
Then that's why when you want to fast, at the start of the fast, you feel hungry. After the fast, after some time, you're able to cross that line, is no more feeling hungry again. That
Yes.
the body has fed itself.
Yes.
Then when you now come back and eat, the body may not need that thing at that time. It becomes a cluster somewhere
Yes.
in the body
Yes, sir.
system. And that was before I came to Dr. Physique, and then we were able to bring the weight down. It's not like I think
We
they
brought
have
it
to
down
do.
to what?
I brought it down to 80, 89.
Okay.
Brought it down to 89. But since then, I've been trying to keep it that level,
Okay,
89, 90.
sir. Okay.
Then I think what you said about cucumber too can be of importance too. Because if you, after the fast, you overeat, it's the tendency that the body may store something in the system that can bring out weight.
In fact, you have nailed it. Sir, thank you so much. You've just nailed it by that last concluding comment, and I hope have you concluded?
Yes, I concluded that.
Thank you so much for that. Whenever you're fasting, you're absolutely right. Like I tried to explain before, initially, your body is ever going to be looking for easily available sugar stores. It will do everything to twist your brain so that you can, like one man, I was passing a certain place and he's a security man. He's like, I need something to keep the mouth busy. So the body will make you, how can you keep the mouth busy? Keep the mouth busy so that those small sugar is available for energy. So when you're in fasting, those available initial sugar, they are not there anymore. There's something called stored sugar, glycogen. It will now go, once that glycogen stores are activated, your body goes into one mode like, this is the starvation mode. So anything that will come, please save it for us. So if you don't manage it very well, when you're fasting, depending on what you use to break the fasting, the body is going to just automatically become a fat storage warehouse. I don't know if I'm clear. So that fasting activates your fat storage mode so that if you don't now break with something that is low calorie, such as maybe cucumber or maybe something high protein, you're just going to be getting fat and fat. And that is why someone will do 70-day fasting. Instead of coming out too lean, the person will get fat. Same thing happens with like Muslim fasting because of when they break and they eat at night, depending on what they do. some of them, in our clinic, some of them come out very sick, while some of them even get better. So, sir, thank you so much for throwing light. So, this is why we say when you do fasting, better you break with cucumber. But if you're not doing autophagy fasting, then maybe you can do a protein. But if you go for high fat, high carb, trust me, everything you have removed that day in terms of bad fat, you have put it back. So that is where we are. Thank you so much, sir. Okay.
Hello?
So, yes, sir.
Hello, doctor.
Sir,
Good evening.
good evening.
Good evening. Can you hear me? Okay.
Very well, sir.
Please. Okay. When you talked about water fasting,
Yes, sir.
you were saying you can do 5, 6, or 8 bottles a day, depending on your body.
Yes, sir.
But I want to say something. I read an article just very recently about water fasting,
Okay.
and there were some ways they were recommending. They were like, that was when I learned about water poisoning. That if you
Yes.
take too much water than your body need while you're doing that, that is also a challenge, a problem.
Yes, water intoxication. Yes.
I wanted you to touch on that so that maybe I can understand it better, please, even if it's for 1 minute. Mhm.
No, sir, it's a perfect question. The body has a limit, and if you over drink water, you can actually go into what they call a neurological disorder. Why? Because you can have electrolyte imbalance and your body will see you as if you're drowning. So just think that why do people die when they drown? It's not only from the drinking of water or because they're not breathing, it's because they have so destabilized their sodium chloride, potassium stores, everything is out of whack, and that can cause like a seizure, etc. So that is called water intoxication. Like you've overdone the water, over drinking of water. So that is why there's a medical calculation for accurate amount of water to be taken, which is I think it's 1 ounce per kg or something like that. An ounce per kg. There's a proper calculation for
don't pile it up all on me. No, you're in charge of the roast to dish. That's what you said, and I'm in charge of the dessert.
What is this?
Okay. Don't worry, I've done that. So you can mute your phones, please. So the point is that you're actually whoever wrote that article did a fantastic job. So there's something called water intoxication. So what we did, why I always recommend 6 bottles of water, and I say averagely, is that in the long run, we found out that the body can 80% of the people in the world, almost everybody can take between about 3 liters to 4 liters without any problem. Do you understand? You can take 3 liters without any problem based on the math. So we did a math. This in the US, there's something called a glass of water is 8 fluid ounces. So if you can do about 6 to 8 fluid ounces. So based on in the middle. So that is where we picked that our 6 before 6 as a formula. And we said if you can drink 50 cl bottle of water times 6 in a day. So we said you should spread it out, drink 2 for breakfast, not with breakfast. That means whether you take breakfast or not, you take 2. We take 2 for lunch, that is around noon, and then 2 for dinner before 6. That is where we got that formula 6 before 6. That is 650 cl. So that gives you about 3 liters. So 3 liters, and that is why in the beginning of the lecture, I said that anything that we recommend on this platform is what we've been practicing in the African population, because there's a lot of articles they just read online. They don't have a clinic that they're seeing how does it play out on the body. So at least we've been monitoring. When you come to Dr. Freeze, they'll ask you, what did you eat yesterday? How did you sleep? You think it's a joke? We are tracking. And then we have clinical meetings and we come up with a position. And we found out that for the diseases that we are using water to chase, we were able to chase away a lot of diseases with about 6 bottles of 50 cl. So that is why we just adopted 6 before 6. So 6 bottles of water will never give you water intoxication. Now, if you do beyond 7 liters of water in a day, then you put yourself like in a drowning stage. So which is the double of the average. So from double of the average, it could start being a problem. And even as I said earlier, even your body says, I can handle 4, do 4. Do 3, but where that 6 before 6 came from, it's from clinical experience and the number. Because if I know your weight, sir, I can calculate to the letter, like whether you're supposed to take 3.56 liter or 1.35 liter, it can be calculated. So that is where we got an average. So you're absolutely right. People should not overdo it. I think we should max out at 6, maximum 8, but just drink the water. And I hope that explanation helped you, sir. Thank you.
Hello, good evening, ma'am.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much for these lectures.
You're welcome.
Yes, my worry is about the water.
Okay, sir.
I put up a question wanting to get more information about molecular hydrogen water and the
Okay.
oxide you're talking about.
Okay.
Because I know many of the problems that we have is the excess free radical, the hydrosis, the superoxides.
Yes.
That are really the problem. They are the ones that the reactive oxygen species
Yes,
that
sir.
to this oxidative stress. So
Yes.
I'm actually thinking, you mentioned about water now.
Yes.
We can have water that is able to assist the antioxidants to mop up the free radicals. To a great extent, we will have freedom.
Yes.
So that is why I'm worried about the type of water. Very recently, a company had come in from Malaysia and they are marketing an equipment which they say generates molecular hydrogen water. And so it is able to do a lot of wonders. So I really
Yes.
want to find out whether you know about the hydrogen water, molecular hydrogen water, and then the oxybite treatment. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. There's no doubt, and everything shows that the molecular hydrogen water, it's like a cup. It has a machine, a technology on the bottom. You put in your water inside that container. Averagely, you can get that container between, depending on the brand, you can get it between 250,000 to 1 million naira, depending on the company. So you pour your bottle of water in there and you wait, and it bubbles, and something happens, and it changes the structure of the water. And when you drink the water, certainly 100% of all my clients that used it, they reported more energy, sleeping better, lower BP, etc., etc. So yes, as you said, the whole idea is we are overwhelmed with oxidative stress. We are overwhelmed with free radicals, and many technology and methods and even supplements and all kinds of things are coming to the market to help get rid of these, manage the free radicals and the yes, in form of antioxidant or in some form of better structured water, or in form of even alkaline water, because people believe that if you make the water more alkaline, it reduces acidity and it will also help. All sorts of fancy things are coming out. Now, my position, I did introduce myself that I have a master's in health, preventive and promotional medicine. For me, is, because since this lecture is more for the masses, when I say masses, that is every single person at any level, I still stand that please drink any water that you have first. That is the first thing. Do the quantity first. Okay. Yes. So that is the first thing I want to plant in the mind of everybody. Then, if you can do better than your 6 sachets of water, then in terms of affordability, then you can now go for maybe alkaline water, starting with the swans of the world and everything. Nothing compared to Kangen water when it comes to alkaline water. So water can get fancy, but you're 100% correct that the hydrogen water, the oxivite water, and those higher technology type of water, like I said, it's like you can brush your teeth at home all you want, but when you go to the dentist and they use that machine and scan your mouth, and you're like, how is that possible? See, that's the difference. But does it mean that if you brush your teeth every day, you cannot go to work and nobody will run away from bad breath? Nobody will know that you have bad breath. But when you go to the dentist, you're like, what? That cannot be in my mouth. So that is it. So, sir, hydrogen water generator, yes, it's one of the best things that have happened to humanity. If you can afford it, please buy it. If you can afford it, it's working. But if you cannot afford it, start with the regular water and don't be intimidated. God will wait for you halfway. Thank you so much, sir.
I appreciate one.
No problem, dear. Okay. All right. So I'll take one last question.
Good evening,
Good
ma'am.
evening.
Okay, I'll take 2 then. Good evening.
Okay, please, although I already typed out my question, but since I'm not sure you've seen it, I was asking about the lemon water. Is it advisable for someone with ulcer to take for detoxing?
Actually, the answer you're expecting and that any normal person in their head should say, the answer is no. But the truth is that I have still used it on my ulcer patients and they did not react to it. So it's about quantity. So for example, if you just put one single slice and the mint, you listen to your body. If
Okay.
you don't react, it's
Okay.
more, you can get away with it. But you see, the typical Nigerian person is, if you say lemon, they might go and buy, in fact, they'll go to farmers market and say, squeeze bomb. They want to, even as I'm talking, my trick is sour for, for how we do things. So I want to ask that you can try, but if you feel any type of anything like that, then it's not for you.
So,
But
okay,
naturally, I
thank
don't recommend it to ulcer patients. But I found out that some ulcer patients that really needed to take it, they took it and they did not react to it. So if you did not react to it, then you now gain the benefit. So do you have, well, I shouldn't ask publicly, but you can try small. Like instead of you don't use the whole lemon. You take the whole
Okay.
lemon, should last you for 3 days or 2 days.
All right.
Yes, and then maybe just try a little. If it doesn't work, then we can move on. Another
Okay.
thing you can use instead of lemon is also apple cider vinegar. I use apple cider vinegar almost every day. So it's on my table. If I did not put lemon for me on my cup, I'll just put small apple cider vinegar or I'll just drink plain warm water. So that is that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good
Yeah.
evening, ma'am.
Hello, good evening.
Okay. Sorry. Wanted to ask because there's something I've done for a while, so I wanted to know if that's the best practice. So, like drinking the water daily. So sometimes I add the lemon juice inside the water, and drink it like normal water for the whole day. So is that a good practice, or I'm overdoing it?
Okay, you're not overdoing it. But it depends on the amount of water. So is it 1 lemon for the whole day? Or
No, no, just like a cup full of the lemon juice, the lemon juice poured inside a 75 cl bottle of water.
okay,
Yes.
and then okay, if it's just a cup full, poured over 75 cl and you're just using it throughout the day, it's amazing
Yes.
practice. But I also want you to drink a lot more than that,
Okay.
75 cl for the whole day. But that's safe. It's totally safe.
Okay.
And it's very, very good because now you're almost practicing. There's one medicine that less is better. I forgot the name of the medicine. If I remember, I'll tell you. It says
Okay.
less is better, so it's actually it's a good practice. But sometimes the back of the lemon is also good. So if you have a glass of water and you put one slice, it's also good.
Yeah.
But you're not doing badly. Thank you so much for that question.
Madam, I have
Okay.
Yeah, good day, good day, doctor.
Yes, sir.
I have something to say.
Uh,
That
Okay,
okay.
after he says, then you can go. Go ahead.
okay. You see, what he is doing is actually providing the alkaline water. You see that the pH of water is above 7 or 8, close to 7, between 7 and 8, does not make water alkaline, like some countries don't understand.
Yes.
Because the pH of the stomach is around 2. So
Yes.
anything that is acidic, you take it into your mouth. When it
Yes.
gets there, it gets neutralized by the stomach acid.
Yeah.
So, but what makes the system alkaline is that by the time it gets into the body,
Yes.
because these are organic acids, the citrus acids, when they get into the system, their reaction gives rise to alkaline. That is why something like orange, which is acidic,
In vitro.
yeah, in vitro gives alkaline reaction, and not
In vivo.
yes. So
So
our people marketing water don't understand what alkaline water means. They think it's by putting it with caustic
yeah.
system. That is what makes it alkaline. It is
Alkaline.
yes.
So thank you so much for that clarification. Don't worry, one of these days we'll let you talk to, because there's a one day that we will have where I will also sit and learn from you, because we know we have a lot of expert knowledge, and I don't even know why you even humble yourself to listen to me. I so much appreciate that.
No, no,
But
no, no. I've been gaining so much from you. I'm a professor of chemistry, so
okay, okay,
I've
so
gained so
thank
much.
you. Please,
Yes.
sir, we welcome your contribution. It's
Thank,
our platform, and
thank,
anybody that has something good should come out. It's our platform. It's our platform. So I so much appreciate this input. Thank you
thank.
so, so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. All
All
right.
right.
Good evening, doctor.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, the last time we talked about detox, I asked
Yeah.
a question about detox tea, and you said it could only be taken maybe once in 2 months to use tea to detox. But today you say detox is should be a daily affair. So I want you to clarify that.
Okay, so the detox tea that I am talking about, that you can use maybe 2 times in a month or once in 2 months, like space it out, is that detox tea that produce a laxative effect. Because a lot of, when you go to the market, you see it says detox tea, detox tea. So those detox tea are the ones that are dangerous. And I talked about a daughter of a client who has just undergone surgery because she used to take detox tea every single day for almost 3 years. So those sorts of labeled, if you go to H Medics or any of these pharmacies, you see it says detox tea. So we are afraid of those detox tea. The only one that I said, if it says detox tea, like and it says maybe milk thistle, something mild, then you can probably use it a little bit more often. Now, for detox tea again, if we're talking about putting a slice of lemon in your water and drink it, People can call that detox tea. So that type is safe. Okay.
Okay.
If yes, sir. So that kind is safe. If you're talking about using some people, you see this
Like
green
Twinnies,
tea.
like Twinnies.
Twinnies is a good brand in terms of quality. However, they are really trying. But in any case, if you're using their maybe chamomile tea for nighttime sleeping better and system detox because it enhances production of melatonin and it calms you enough for you to rest. For some people, not everybody. Like I said, listen to your system. So if you're getting one of those tea and it says detox, turn the back and say, what is the detox? So if it's going to produce a laxative effect, we are saying that you're going to wash off all your microbiomes, you're going to your prebiotics, your probiotics, everything is
What
going to
time
be
is it?
gone and you're going
Yeah,
to
you
destroy
meeting
your
your new
body.
teacher?
So that is what I am trying to say. So that type of detox tea is what I'm talking about. The milder one, like drinking water, lemon water, and then, like that, then that is a little bit safe. So that's what I meant.
Okay, thanks.
Yes, sir. Thank
Eh?
you. Okay, so we
Good
have done
night.
well. Huh? I'm sorry. Let me. Oh, hold on one
Hold
second.
on. Let me
Let me.
finish.
Okay, the lecture is over now. I just want to conclude by saying thank you so much for spending your evening with me. Let me stop sharing this screen already. Yeah, thank you so much for spending your evening with me. And I hope the little that we went over today will help. You already know what is working for your body, keep doing it. And then just add the bit that you have picked from here. As I always say, I'm ever praying for you. My greatest wish is that nobody on this platform will die prematurely. Nobody will be sick anyhow. And even if you're sick, a client called me yesterday and I advised her. No, she called me last Wednesday, on the platform immediately after the lecture. And
Oh,
I
I
told her,
forgot. I was
just
gonna
take a
bring
blood
snacks for you
tonic and
guys.
take some tea at night. And 2 days ago, she called me that her health is so much improved. That makes me so happy. So I pray that any effort that you put to 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 this lecture, to your life and everything, that God will enhance it, and then you will live long and be able to do what God put you on this earth to do. This is my greatest wish for you, and so shall it be. So have a good night. God bless you, and by God's grace, we'll see you next Wednesday. Thank you so much, especially those that contributed and the listeners. Thank you. Good night.